Don't go anywhere. Hand in Hand Theatre Company coming up next. A great story to tell. They've been around for just about 10 years now. That is a long time for any independent company to be going. And they're going from strength to strength. They're going to be telling us about the company and also about what they've got coming up in their production schedule as well. Now, if you can keep anything going these days for 10 years, you're doing a fine job. And if it's an independent or community-based project, then even better. That's exactly what Hand in Hand Theatre Company have done. They're a decade old on the 14th of January, and they're celebrating with a double bill of drama around Merseyside and Cheshire, starting at the Floral Pavilion in New Brighton next Thursday. Here to tell us more is Bev Clark. She is the artistic director and the writer. Good morning to you, Bev.
Good morning, Paul. Thank you for having me.
Really good to have you here. And really good to have you here because of just something you just told me as well, which we'll get to in a few moments. Very appropriate that you're here on this day. But tell us, Hand in Hand, how did it all get started? What was the impetus behind it?
Okay, so Hand in Hand is a community theatre company that works with both amateurs and professionals, and we do all sorts of things from small one-act plays to large community projects. And really, it was started because of a project I wanted to deliver, a big musical project, which we delivered on the Wirral in 2008, which obviously coincided with Capital of Culture. So we formed it in order to get that project off the ground, and then because it was successful, we carried on from there.
So that is brilliant. So actually, on the day that we're talking about Capital of Culture and also looking forward to this year, that was what the impetus was.
Yeah,
Hand in Hand.
It was really to market on the Wirral, really, because everything was happening over on this side of the water and not very much was happening over there. So we worked with 7 schools, a choir, a rock band, had lots of arts projects going on. It was a big community musical to celebrate the River Mersey.
And other than contributing to Capital Culture Year, did you have aims beyond that immediate period?
Yeah, really. There were some personal aims in it as well. As a writer and a director, I kind of wanted to see my work. It was the way of getting it, put on. So I thought I'd form a company and actually start writing plays that I could put out there, get an audience for, see if it will work. And it has. So
it certainly has. Did you ever imagine 10 years ago that you'd still be here with the
no,
same
not
company?
Really. No, not at all. I mean, you just go from project to project, and everyone was so different, and then you think, oh, I'll do something else. And then we built up a kind of repertoire and had lots of followers. So, it's been quite a journey, really.
Well, quite a journey, I'm sure, and quite a learning experience as well. What would you, looking back at the 10 years, what do you feel you as an artistic director and a writer have actually learned along the way?
Oh, I've learned a lot. I've learned to be patient. That's one thing. It's quite a lot, especially when you're working with all different people. Some people have never, worked in theatre before. Other people have been really experienced. And so you're having to learn about what skills people bring and how you can best use those skills and how you can all work together as a team. So it's really a learning curve for everybody in the team to kind of pull together and work as one unit. Because I've worked in professional theatre before, a long time ago, in another life, it was very different from that. So it was about working with volunteers, about working with people of all different ages and abilities. Some great people have passed through our door, and people that were young when they started with us are coming back on Sunday. Now they're grown up to tell us what they've done.
That's nice. That's really. Tell us about some of the highlights of the last 10 years, some of the ones, there's productions that really stick in your mind.
Well, we're really fortunate that we've worked with the Royal Shakespeare Company on their Open Stages project, and we've done 3 productions with that, 2012, 2015 and 2016. In 2015, we did The Winter's Tale, big community Shakespeare at the Floral Pavilion, and we took part of that to the Royal Shakespeare Company in Stratford.
Wow.
And performed on that stage there. So I think for my actors, that was quite a highlight.
Wow, I'm sure it would be. It's like playing at Wembley, isn't it, really, for an actor?
Unfortunately, we couldn't take everyone. It was such a big cast, but we did take some.
And you've also raised money for charity along the way as well.
Yeah, we have. I mean, we always try and have a charity. We worked very closely 2 years ago with pancreatic cancer because we lost one of our sort of founder members and actresses to that disease. Yeah. But this year, we're working with Hope for help the homeless of Liverpool, because Baggage, one of the plays we're going to talk about, is about a homeless woman.
Yeah. So let's talk about what you've got coming up. Let's talk about the plays you've got coming up.
Okay, so there are two one-act plays to make a double bill. Baggage is about the emotional baggage as well as the physical baggage we take around. It's about two women. Both plays are about women, and they're both women of a certain age, because I think that's an area where I really wanted to write for. Baggage stars Geraldine Maloney Judge and Susan Reeve, and it's about two women that meet. One is an overworked and a woman that hasn't been sort of accepted by a family, and she's been working for them and everything. And she meets a homeless woman. And over the course of the play, they learn about each other's backgrounds. And although it's a play about homelessness, it's not like an urban gritty thing about people sleeping in doorways. It's about how one woman had a normal life, a normal family, through a series of tragic events, could end up losing everything and without anything and end up on the street. So it's a very sort of bittersweet story, but it does end with a hope and friendship and a message of love.
That sounds really interesting. Where did you do your research for that one?
Well, I did quite a lot of research about homeless people when we were looking into working with the charity. But really, a lot of it comes from people I know. I mean, you observe things through when you're writing, mainly through people you know. And so there's bits of other people in those characters. And we did actually premiere that at the Wirral Festival the 1st in July, and it got such a good feedback that we decided that we'd, do it for the anniversary again.
Right.
And then because it's only a one-act play, we needed to do another play with it. So Space is a new play, hasn't been performed before, and it's about a woman called Crazy who is trying to declutter her
She's
life.
called Crazy?
She's called Crazy in it, yeah. She's called, well, we only call her Crazy. We don't know what her real name is. And along comes Sanity, her alter ego, to help her when she's decluttering her house, but also decluttering her life. Because although she's living in this chaotic world of all this rubbish she's acquired, and I'm sure a lot of people can, relate to that, she's also actually trying to get over all the guilt and remorse about past relationships, her relationship with her family and her death of her parents. And so all of those things are looked at, all those issues, but it's done in a humorous sort of way as well.
Yeah.
So we say that both plays are about laughter and tears, really.
Yeah, and which are you? Are you Crazy or Sanity?
I'm probably more crazy, I think, but I hope there's a bit of sanity there as well.
So where can people see these two productions?
Okay, so it's a little bit of a Merseyside tour, and as you said, we're starting at the Floral Pavilion, where we've worked many times before, in their Blue Lounge next Thursday.
Okay.
That's the 18th. And then on the Saturday the 20th, we're going to Neston Civic Hall, and that's a matinee performance, and we really like people to come along to that, because we've still got some tickets available. And then after that, next week on the 24th, we're going to the studio at Widnes, another small space that's trying to create a sort of drama every month. And then we're at the Casa in Liverpool on Thursday the 25th, that everyone knows. And then finally we finish on the 27th, Saturday the 27th, at Tarvin Community Centre.
So you're very much on the road, aren't you?
Oh yeah, well that was the idea, to take the drama out to people rather than expecting people to come to us. It's really nice to get out to different venues and different places that we haven't been before.
Brilliant. Well, we'll leave all those details with our A team, so if anybody missed that,
if they go to our website www.handinhandtheatre.com. All the details are on there.
Great. You must have seen lots of actors go through your ranks over 10 years is a long time.
Yeah.
How many people do you think you've sort of touched over the years?
Hundreds.
Really?
Because our first project alone had 250 participants, because it was like schools and everything. So we've gone from having, mainly casts range from 5 to 50, depending on what you're doing. So a lot of people,
So where are we now? 2028? Where's Hand in Hand Theatre going to be?
Well, after this tour, we actually our next project that we're supporting is our very good friend Callie, who is a singer and performer that we work a lot with. Her and her band are performing at the Floral Pavilion in February, and they're doing the Dylan and Cohen concert, Songs of the Poets, which is a repeat of their sellout performance that they did there last year. And then for me personally, I'm having a little bit of time out because I've got another play to write and a novel. So
Very, very busy
I'm taking
woman.
a bit of a backseat for now.
Very, very busy woman. Bev, thanks very much for coming in
Thank
today.
you very
and
much
telling
indeed
us
for having me.
about those two productions, Baggage and Space.
Thank you.
And as I say, go to the website, which again, Bev, is
www.handinhandtheatre.com.
Bev Clark, Artistic Director and Writer for Hand in Hand.